Hey y'all, Olivia Hermosa from TikTok. If you like those true crimes and verified stories, make sure you smash that like and subscribe button to Petty Tupac TV.
What up, though? You already know how I go. Make sure you smash like, subscribe, comment. I don't care what you comment. As long as you comment. Hold on, hope you can y'all hear me? Hold on, let me move this over here. My bad. Make sure you smash like, subscribe, and comment. I don't care what you comment. As long as you comment, you dig. It's Petty Tupac TV coming at you. Big five to you. Big five. Still big five. Still love true peace, freedom, and justice. Still told you I'm gonna turn up. I ain't holding nothing back no more. We going all in, full-fledged. Ain't playing by the rules. I told a similar story to this, but I want to tell you another story. And like I said, when y'all listen to my stories, bro, just don't listen to the story and the action. Listen to the moral of it. If you were at-risk kid or you know one, tag him in it and let them see it. Pull up on them, let them see it. I don't care. If I could keep one person out of prison, my job done. But I'm going to keep more than that out of prison because a lot of y'all are smart. You're going to listen to my stories. And you're not going to want to go around stiff necks, hard legs, you know. The face might be shaved, the hair might be long, but you can still feel the beard. You can still see the after shadow. You want to go to a nut house where people wipe feces on themselves and go fight with the police or go fight with another man. Where people spit on each other out the doors and throw urine and feces on each other. What you want to go somewhere like that for? My bad, I'm getting mad even talking about it. Why would you want to go to something like that, though? Man, I was the biggest idiot, the biggest dummy, trying to prove something to these guys out here in this world, man. And excuse me, not the world, but the streets. And these guys, man, these guys only take care of their kids, fight for custody. They don't do, man. What do I want to impress one of these guys for? And I can't believe I was trying to do that. I was a nobody. I was a nothing. But now I'm trying to be somebody. You dig what I'm talking? But let's get into this video, man. I want to tell y'all this story, bro, about this kid from Southfield, Lathrop. They called him Phil B. His real name might have been Philip Moore. He's from Southfield, Lathrop. Good kid. Some people do things, come to prison, and they just make mistakes. They just make mistakes. He was on a dean's list or the honors list or honor society, whatever you call it. I didn't get all the way through high school like that, so I don't know what it's called. He played football. He was pretty good. Played basketball. Played tennis. Knew how to play golf. Had a membership at the golf club. So basically, I'm telling you all this to say, this is not no street kid. What he wanted to be. He was influenced by rap music. He was influenced by his peers that he gravitated towards from the street life. So I guess, during this time in the streets, in Southfield, Lathrop, the mean streets of Southfield, Lathrop, he wanted to be a blood because of Lil Wayne. I talked to him. He told me the backstory and all that stuff and showed me his pictures. He valid for a Southfield guy. I talked to him. He was a good kid, man. You could tell he never been through nothing. Light-skinned, pretty boy. He gets sentenced to 3 years. He get caught with a pistol. And there was some drugs in the car. All the homies blame him. It's his car, even though it was under their seat, so on and so forth. He ended up getting 3 years for the felony firearms or whatever the case might be. He ended up getting 3 years. He go to level 1. Somehow he jacked this off within days of, not being able to follow police orders and get to some type of resisting restraints. And they send that boy to a level 2. So he think he a blood. Just because you see Lil Wayne on TV and you like bloods and you represent blood or you wear red or you got a bandana or that don't make you a blood, homie. You got to go through that beating, or if not the beating, you got to get blessed in. You got to get your ball. So when you go to prison, gangs approach you and they tell you, ask you questions just to see, do you got some history, you got some real knowledge of this before they pull out the paperwork, before they run you, they check you out. So the Bloods approached him, right? And in no shape or form, when I tell these stories about the Bloods, or am I trying to demean the Bloods? They just young, they wild, they coming into prison by the hundreds. They the ones in most of the trouble because they young. It's some very, very solid Bloods, 82 Tim, 9 Trey Ghost, S&B Spade, S&B Tay, what's Grand Rapper's name? 82 Boog. It's some real solid stand-up Bloods, 9 Trey Dre, Bad Guy Dre, VBM Wild, Bad Guy Casino, Bloody Rob, These guys are good guys. Well, they're not good guys, but they're good guys. You know what I'm saying? They not the guys that's just, they leaders, they influential, and they just not on folly. Like, like a lot of guys just want to see something happen, get some action because they locked up and they miserable and they want to bring other people down with them, or not realizing that they bring other people down with them. These are good people. It's a bunch of them. So in no way, shape, or form am I saying a bunch of bad stuff about the Bloods. I am not. Y'all just in most of the drama in the joint. Y'all not going to deny that. So you can't get mad at me about that. Right? So he comes in, Phil B, or whatever you call him, Philly B, whatever his nickname was, right? Phil come in. Somebody asks him what it be like. Would it be like Blood? He like, I'm Blood. They like, no, what it be like? Oh, I'm Paru Blood. Would it be like Blood spit your ball? When they say spit your ball, and I know a lot of gang literatures, right? We spit your ball, it's an oath, a pledge that you got to repeat that belong to your particular set to validate who you are a little bit before they get into calling home or seeing if you want to book a life or seeing if, people know you, so on and so forth. So when you come in, they like, would it be like Blood spit your ball? They mean like, I be that Bloody Glove Mafia capo, Phil, banged in by the Dogfather, also birthed our Kendall to bring Mission Original set. GDs do the same thing. They come to you. They, what's your oath? I believe in the honorable chair. I believe in the chairman and all laws and policies set forth by chairman and his executive staff. I believe in the concept of ideology, aid and assist our fellow brothers in all righteous endeavors. Some more bites might pull up on you like spit the Act 1 of the divine constitution and bylaws. You have to, salvation, our God, unity, the Moore Science Temple of America, the divine constitution and bylaws, Act 1, the Grand Sheikah chairman, the Moore Science Temple of America, power to make law. You might be a crip, a guy might be like, spit your cuz or whatever they call it. You spit your crown, Raymond Washington, Hoover, East Side 60s, Norman and Florence, where we started, originated, off Crenshaw, 60s banker, mafia. Like, they gonna ask you this stuff. I heard it thousands of times. I know damn near everybody's. You know what I'm saying? You don't know this stuff. I'm lying. So now you got an option if you don't know this stuff. He came in, he didn't know what to say. So it could have went, I take all your stuff and you pay a penalty for false claiming blood. You get beat up, you get marked as a lame, or a master manipulator, or a guy who want a number in the set, or a guy who might be like, hey, look, you ain't know no better, you from the streets, come to my set. So particular Bloods invited him to a set. And I'm going to stop saying the set name too, because I don't want to make them, well, for most stories, I'm going to stop saying the set's name, because I don't want to make them feel like I'm just targeting them or I'm speaking down on them. I don't want none of that stuff, man. Got to be more precautious about what I'm doing now, because it's getting bigger, so on and so forth. So, a Blood set, bring them on in. Cool. Now, his Blood set not particularly really liked. They're not really liked. And they don't have a sanction from California, which you don't have to have a sanction, but they don't have a sanction. So people looking at them a certain type of way. People don't like these members. So it's about 9 of them on the yard altogether, 3 in our unit. So 2 young guys in this Blood set, new guys, fairly new guys, they don't know how prison rules go, whatever. They beat up and rob a Melanic. Do you see the theatrics I just did? You beat up and rob a Melanic at a joint where the Melanics are active. You don't do that. Like I said, I've never seen a group, when they hit, they hitting. Mobites, Melanics, say what you want about them, say what you want about the Moles. When they hit, they really hitting. They really got something to prove. They standing on something. Especially the Melanics. Even if you they own, they standing on something. They ain't too much trying to touch you up and get you off the yard. Look, bro, I got 7 natural licenses. Homie, I ain't got nothing to lose. I need an eyeball. I need you to remember this every time you look in the mirror. They're not too much playing with you, man. And I'm not over-exaggerating, nothing like that. Anybody in the comments will tell you about the Melanics and how they roll. If they active and got the right people on the yard, they not playing with you. So they robbed an older Melanic guy that was back in the early 90s with him. Robbed this older man. Melanics find out this. They come out 5 strong, butcher 2 of them. Blood all on the desk, blood on the officer's shirt. They butchered these boys, these 2 boys, right? Now the guy Phil B seeing all this, he did not help. Now Phil B was about to go home. At this particular point, he was about to go home. I think he did his 2, or maybe he had a felon in possession, had 1, and then had 1 or 4 for the drugs or something like that. Something along those lines. He was about to go home. He got his parole. 30 days. He was going home. Clean behavior. Good rap sheet. In his class. Upon completion, he gone home in the next 30 days. But what they don't tell you is when you join these gangs, homie, you got to know what you sign up for. And sometimes they don't explain all that. They be like, yeah, come over here. It's about getting money. It's about being a man. It's about taking care of your family. It's about having business and economics and so on and so. They preach all this to you, but they don't tell you the gritty, grimy parts of this stuff. So they get butchered. He do nothing. He come to the yard. They approach him. I'm at the picnic table with him. With my homie. I'm nosy. So I go over there with my homie today. I'm chilling with him, my blood homie, 82 homie. No, actually, Pyru. He was one of the head of Pyru sets. He was from Flint. Come over there, chill with him. When the Bloods asked me, like, hey, bro, we about to have a meet. Can you leave the table? My homie like, nah, man, he good, bro. Blood. He mess with 4-1 of them. You know, man, he blood, bro. He fuck with a white boy. Good, bro. So I stay over there. Little dude got an attitude because he let me stay at the picnic table. We all got our own tables. Mo's got 2 tables. Blood's got 2 tables. Lord's got 1 table. Then you got the Cobras got 1 table. Flint guys got a table. Pontiac guys had the tables. Aaron Brotherhood got the tables. Nobody won't. The boys, the homosexuals got a table. It go like this. We all got a side of the basketball court. Like we got the basketball court closest to the weight pit. We got the right corner and the back right corner of the court. The Bloods got the only one left top part of the corner, and then the other corner on the next court behind it. The other 2, they had 3 corners, 3 corners because their numbers was big at that time. Then so on and so forth. I don't make the rules, homie. It's not, look, this is how I go. We got tables, phones, so on and so forth. So I'm over there, I hear the conversation. They approaching me like, why you ain't help your brothers? He like, bro, I'm about to go home. They're like, what that mean? Y'all always preach to me, I could be better for y'all out in the world than to hear what was use of me blowing my parole, bro. I'm in my classes and all that. I got back in it, got kicked out at once. I'm about to go home. They're like, so what? Your brothers got hit with knives. Wasn't just no regular fight. They got hit with knives and you didn't help them. So this what you gonna do? Next yard, here, gave him the banger, the poker. Here, next yard, you better pop at least 2 of them. Next yard, he don't come outside. They send word in there. I seen him come bring him the paper. Blood's talking to him. You gotta come outside tomorrow, bro, early in the morning, bro. He don't come to morning yard. He had an excuse because he had to go to class. He don't come to afternoon yard. Come to night yard. What's up, bro? Man, I'm about to go home, bro. I can't do it, bro. All right, we understand that. They do the old school trick. 4 or 5 days later, they eating. I mean, over these 4 or 5 days, they eating with them, shaking up with them. You know what I'm saying? They doing all that with them. Cool. Aryan Brotherhood guy, he owe a debt. Aryan Brotherhood kick him out because the Bloods put pressure on him. Like, bro, owe debt for this, and that. What we gonna do? The Aryan Brotherhood happened to have an uncle there. The young guy that just came down. He happened to have an uncle. Uncle like, man, we got to get this debt off some way, but that's just too much money, bro. Like, we ain't really working with nothing like that. We just all got out the hole, transferred from another facility, so on and so forth. They work something out. Hey, bro, you gotta go hit doggy. And young Aaron Brotherhood got like, all right, bet. And no other bloods getting in? Nope. They take him on the yard, like I seen so many times. They working out, doing mandatories. He tired. AB guy walk up on him. And he should have seen it coming. He's not a street dude. He's not a prison guy. Aaron Brotherhood had on a coat. It's 90 degrees outside. He had a coat and hat on. If he noticed while he was on the pull-up bar, guys was making a wall of bodies to shield it from the police at the back shack. White guy walking up on you in an all-black group with Nazi tattoos or Aryan Brotherhood, whatever you call it, right? Swastika walking up on him. He looked dog in his eye. Didn't think nothing of it. Turned his back. White guy came up on him. Partially blind in the eye now. Y'all get the point of the story? When you join them gangs, they don't tell you everything that come with it. They don't. They don't tell you everything that come with it. That boy was about to go home. He still went home because he was a victim, but went home partially blind. Pretty boy went home with holes in his face, cuts. The same guys that said they love him. I'll see you in the morning, blood. Hey, you need a noodle, blood? Hey, you need a deodorant, blood? Hey, blood, make this phone call for me. Hey, blood, I'll make this phone call from you, blood. Hey, blood, go to class, bro. We want to see you out there in the world doing better. Bro, you better send us some money when you get out there because we pushed you out the door, bro. Messed up one time. About to go home on the line. They didn't care. Perform. That's all they wanted to do was perform. You got to know what you sign up to when you get in these gangs, my baby. It ain't all peaches and gravy and guys having your back. It's going to come a point where you're going to have to stand on your own or you're going to have to jump in something that you completely outnumbered by. You know you're going to get whooped. You know you're going to get stabbed. But it is what it is. You got to take those bumps and bruises. You got to take that extra time. And if you don't, the boy's going to rock you to sleep. What up, though? You already know how it goes. Smash, like, subscribe, comment. I don't care what you comment as long as you comment. You dig. Shout out to all my supporters. You already know I'm rocking with you. I'm going to have some merch coming real soon. I'm going to have some pullover face mask. You know, the ski mask. Do the shirts. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Y'all all give me great ideas, man. Keep dropping them down low. I'm reading the comments. Don't get me wrong. It might take me a minute, but I'm reading the comments. Let me know what y'all want to hear next, what video, and I'm going to drop it. Y'all slowed up on letting me know what y'all want to hear, what y'all want to know. So it's just leaving me with nothing but stories to tell. And I got a whole lot of them. I ain't even went in my bag yet. Told y'all some of the bug stuff I seen. So let's get into this video. Remember I told y'all in prison you mind your own business? This particular situation happened with a bounty hunter blood, the homie Mark, aka 4-1. Got nothing but love and mad respect for him. He a real one. But he got hit with some hot water before. Luckily, the water wasn't as hot as when first boiled. So, the homie Mark was messing with another blood named Dre. I believe his name was Dre. We just gonna call him Dre. Mark was messing with Dre. Dre kept talking about this particular homosexual every day. Like, damn, don't he look like a girl? Damn, I thought man, he look like a girl. He talking about him all the time. And Mark peeping is like, he a little bit too interested in him. So he started watching his body language. So when this particular homosexual, we gonna call Amber, walk past, Dre, look at him. So he's following him. He was following his eyes every time. So weeks passed by. Mark's still watching him. When everybody sleep, I think there was a Ken Ross too. So there they didn't care about what time you woke up and take a shower. They didn't care. Other places you take a shower, you probably go into the hole if it's lockdown time. So he watching them go to the shower every night at the same time as this homosexual. Right? So what he do is put one of his homeboys hip. This a bounty hunter. Then he put the Dre set was a Pyru set. I believe it was Skyline. He put the Skylines in tune. Skyline Pyru. We put them in tune. We're like, hey, look, he going to the shower every time with this guy. And they noticing it. They go in there, and they happen to be in the same stall. So, but they were smoking. And they was real close smoking, like face to face. Damn near holding each other, whatever, right? That's what I'm told. Now, that's his excuse for going in to the shower with this guy, another shower stall, the same shower stall. Even that's kind of weird, right? Going to the same shower stall. Like usually you'll go in the next shower stall, just pass the blunt or pass the tobacco back and forth because you don't want to get implicated in anything like that. So they go talk to him behind Mark back and they tell him like, look, this who put us up on it. It looked weird. We not saying nothing because the dude was so feared or whatever and he was putting in work. They tell him. And Mark was in the right. 4-1 was in the right for letting them know and showing them. Completely in the right. But these two different blood sets. And I told you how people pick and choose. So they tell him. They go back to 4-1 and say, hey, we dealt with it. No charges being brought up against him. He had a valid excuse. He like, man, what? And everybody else like, what are you talking about? We clearly see this. But whatever, that's y'all set, that's y'all house. Now that he knows, which he wasn't supposed to know who told him, unless he was going to hold court. And then he got the right to face his accuser. So they go tell him, he boils some hot water and throw it on him. And take off, lock up. He do the well, not really coward thing. I don't know what you want to call it, but he lock up, get off the compound. Now, 4-1, which being the savage that he is, he want everybody here who knew he was going to do it and who told him. So all the Skylines is on the hook. Period. 4-1 started going crazy. Get two of them off the yard in the blind spot. He wanted the third and fourth guy. Beat the third guy up. Fourth guy lock up. They all off the yard. But that's why I was telling y'all. The cardinal rule is mind your business. Like they told me when I seen the situation with the white boy getting pressed out of his manhood. And I said, hey, I'm about to say something. He shouldn't be doing this in front of us. And plus it's weird anyway. They told me, Mo, mind your business. This is how old timers jail. The boy's white anyway. We have nothing to do with this. You're going to get violated. You're going to be doing thousands of laps if you intervene in what's going on. And looking back on it, I should have because they were all cool and they was gelling for a long time. That's why he told me that. Because that was his brother and he didn't look at him no certain type of... Because that's all you got in prison is your homie. When you've been down 20, 30 years and your family don't want nothing to do with you or they all die, these are the only people that you got to love you. These are the only people you got that got your back. So they did that out of respect for, their relationship. And they didn't want to be put in any awkward situations to have to go with their homeboy. Because I ran across Moors that seen things like this going on and they said something. That was later on in my bit. They said something. So I had every right to say something. I had every right to say, hey, you can't be pressing this guy, his manhood out loud in front of me. I should have went and said something, used my face card and used that, that young, aggressive Moorish American thing that I had going on for myself. But I didn't because I listened to the words that my brothers told me and I respected it. But in hindsight, everything 2020, you did what I'm talking about. So the situation with him, he get all these guys off the yard in one set. Now it's some tension. It's tension with him and other bloods because some people felt that he was right, some people felt that he was wrong. But the stronger sets felt that he was right. So the politics played and they left it alone for the time being. For him doing the right thing, he got hot water through his face, but he wasn't disfigured or nothing like that. Just slight discoloration, slight warp of the pupil. You can see it kind of grayish. But outside of that, he was good. Thank God that he was good because he a real one. But you see how even doing the right thing, even following protocol, going to get witnesses before you accuse somebody of something, but depending on who that person is, they're going to pick and choose. If you're a killer, you're a stabber, you don't mind going to the hole, they're going to look at you a little differently and they're going to be a little bit less aggressive with you. But if you're a punk, they're going to try to make an example out of you. Now, if the guy that was doing these alleged homosexual acts was soft, white guy, they would have been looking to X him out anyway. Get him out the way, extort him. Hey, look, you violated. You can't be a blood no more. Instead of us stabbing you out, getting blooded out, pay us. They would have did that to him. But since it was him, they went and told him, hey, he was spreading this rumor on you. But it wasn't a rumor. It was the truth. He was going to shop with this guy every day for 3-4 days in a row. Then they get caught in the same stall with shirts off. One dude in his boxers, smoking. Everybody else, they don't go on the same. They pass it back and forth over the sour dividers. He did nothing wrong. But that's politics at its finest. Back to what I said once again. Mind your business. What another man do with his body is what he do with his body. Period. What up, though? You already know how it goes. Smash, like, subscribe, comment. I don't care what you comment as long as you comment. I don't care where you share it. Just share it. I appreciate all the love and support. I tell y'all every video, I appreciate all the donations too. Big boy donations coming from Vince X, the Solar, Cicilati Comrade. Thank you, man. He went back to back to back with big boy donations, the 50s and the 100s. Man, I appreciate you, brother. I'm glad you took a liking to me and gravitated and shot the money. Backdrop coming soon. I got one, but it came in pink. And I reached out to my sister, how do you change the background? Because she take pictures with the backdrops and stuff like that. She got the whole big boy equipment at her crib. But that's on the way. Thank you, bro. Thank you. I appreciate you. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about that, man. Big boy donation. Shout out Elmo Johnson. Thank you. Spliff. Thank you for the donations. KKK Howard Johnson. I know who you is now. I just thought about it. You Howard Johnson from cause your comment. You Howard Johnson from Marquette. Yeah. You really KKK, whatever you is, man. But you was a cool dude. We did a lot of financial transactions. You helped me make some money up in the joint. So I appreciate that, man. I said Spliff. I said Vince X, Elmo, Abby Original, Pretty Face, Ryan Rose. Thank all y'all for those donations, man. Y'all hard-earned money. Y'all sent it to me in good faith that I do the right thing with it and helping me out. I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate all y'all brothers and sisters. I can't say it enough. Thank you for whatever you sent. I don't care if it was $1. I ain't got $1 sent yet, but even if it was just $1, it don't matter. It's whatever. I appreciate it. Let's jump right into this real quick. Let's jump right into it. I'm going to tell you the story about a blood or a guy that joined the Bloods and his past caught up to him. That's why I tell people, if you got a sketchy past, anything in your past that might come out and you know that it's a complete violation from your organization, that you have participated in something like this, you could be in danger, right? I tell y'all this all the time. If you got anything in your sheet, in your background, in your jacket that can catch up with you, stay away from gangs that's gonna violate you for it, okay? So this one guy, we're gonna call him K. I don't wanna say his real name, but because me and him cool, I knew him from back in the day when we was young. So he come to prison around 25, no, not 25, he about 22 years of age. He joined the Bloods gang. Now, he ain't never snitched on nobody, ratted nothing in jail or, anything in his adulthood. But we were in juvenile, right? We were in juvenile, and he was 15 years old, and it was a guy that was 19 years old, or he was about to be 15, and the guy was 19 years old. He was an adult. He ended up manipulating him. We was in juvenile. I ain't juvenile. So he ended up manipulating K, and we're going to say his name, Courtney. Courtney ended up manipulating K. into having sex. Yeah. So anyway, he manipulated him into being the what you call it, a top. He manipulated Kay into being a top to give it to him, and they was doing it over and over and over and over and over until they finally got caught. And then he admitted to everything, like, yeah, he did this to me, he did that to me. So I mean, that could make you a snitch. You know, he was 14 years old, almost 15. Could make you a snitch or whatever, but you know, I don't know. That's on y'all to decipher. People who just super tough in the streets or make these type of decisions, who are rat and who not. So anyway, he told on them when they got caught, like, hey, we've been doing this for about 2 months. That's why we moved in the same room. So this is what happened. And there wasn't no denying it, because 2 staff members came to the door and caught them fornicating. One seen it, then snuck away, got the other guard, came back and looked at the guy. Now, mind you, again, this is in juvenile. This is juvenile detention facility up in Saginaw. So anyway, Courtney ends up discharging, but getting charged with CSC. So 6, 7, 8, 9 years down the line, Kate come to prison, join the Bloods. He rocking out with the Bloods for about 2 years or so. And a guy who was at that facility with him in juvenile brought it up. He denied it adamantly. And the only reason he brought it up because Kay was on some super tough stuff, talking about he's super gangster and he done all this life since he was 13. And Kay was kind of gangster. So anyway, the dude that put it out in the ethers said, okay, you want to talk tough? He wrote his people in the world, told him to look up this case, told him to look up this guy's name, number, and it came out. Kate told on him, and Kate was having sex with him willingly. Now, at 14 years old, you're able to say yes or no. There's no manipulating you into having sex, especially with the same sex. You know, it's no manipulating. You know better. So the Bloods end up getting the paperwork on him. So they playing so nice with him, feeding him, walking with him, exercising with him, everything. Never told him that this came out. All right, so it's a situation that happened. They say, the Bloods say, Kay, we need you to put in some work. When you go in the bathroom, pretend like you talking to dude. We're going to go in there behind you. We're going to pass you the knife if you don't say the right thing. So the dude that they set him up to stab, it's about to be a Blood. He didn't know that. They want him to put in the work. So anyway, they walk him in the bathroom. Blood's behind him. As he go in there with his back turned to talk to the dude, his own Blood homie punches him. The other guy pulls out a knife, the one that's about to be a Blood. He pull out the knife and he stabbed him. All because of something that happened 6, 7 years prior that you thought wasn't going to come out because it was in juvenile. So if you got a sketchy background and you know it, don't partake, because it could come out at any moment. People will go to the end of the world to prove you are not who you are, to assassinate your character, all because you want to be tough, all because you want to be a gangbanger. It makes you a target. So that's just a story to coincide with what I said when I said, don't join a gang if you got a sketchy background. That's what I told y'all in the last video. Don't join a gang if you got a sketchy background, because it's going to come out. And then even in some religious organizations, you don't want to do it. Even if on one compound they allow it, that don't mean on the next compound they will. So you're going to always be a danger when you got a sketchy background. Your past will catch up to you. His own brothers set him up for defeat instead of just kicking him out, talking to him about it, telling him the reason why he got to go. They chose to make the worst example out of him because they don't like homosexuality within inside their groups and make him look a certain way. After he got stabbed, other people came out that was in juvenile with him and said the same thing. Now they want to say it. That goes to show you in prison, people mind their own business and they don't get involved with things that they cannot prove because that could be deadly for you. That's just a quick story for y'all, man. Peace and blessings be to y'all. Big 5. Islam.